Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Syifa Nurafifah from X4G class. Here I will talk to you about the nature of teaching and learning. First of all, teaching and learning are two fundamental aspects of educational process. Both are closely related to each other. One cannot be divorced from the others. In teaching-learning process, the teachers, the learner, curriculum, and other variables are organized in a systematic way to attain some predetermined goals of education. We can understand that teaching is a process that improves the student seeking level more easily, and it might be overcome in situations as an easy way. Nature and characteristic of teaching. The first is providing the guidance of training. Two is interaction between teachers and students. Three, an art of giving knowledge to students with effective way. Four is continuous process. Five is teacher should teach effectively when he's full confident on the subject. And five, and the last is teaching should encourage students learn more and more, and structure and organize teaching. Learning can be defined as acquiring knowledge, attitudes, or skill. Teaching is defined as helping another person to learn. Learning is occupies a very important place in our life. Learning creates motivation to learn or gain something. It develops our knowledge. It creates our curiosity to know something. Learning can create the ability to the sense of discrimination, ability to use symbols. Learning helps us to solve any problem in one's life. There is the principle of learning. Number one is red lines. Red lines is implies a degree of concentration and ignorance. Individuals learn best when they are physically, mentally, and emotionally ready to learn, and don't learn well if they see no reason for learning. Two is exercise. The principle of affect is based on the emotional reaction of the student. It has direct of relation to motivation. V. 3. There is affect. The principle of affect is based in the emotional reaction of the student. It has a direct relationship to motivation. Next, there is primacy. The state of being first often creates a strong, almost unshakable impression. Things learned first create a strong impression, means that it's difficult to erase. That means that what is taught must be right by the first time. Next, there is recency. The principle of recency states that things most recently learned are best remembered. Conversely, the further a student is removed time-wise from a new fact of or understanding, the more difficult it is to remember. Next, there is intensity. The principle of intensity implies that a student will learn the real thing that from a substitute. For example, a student can get more understanding and appreciation of a movie by watching it than by reading the script. Next, there is requirement. The law of requirement states that we must have something to obtain or do something. Next, there is freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of action, and freedom of the result of action. The principle of freedom states that things freely are best learned. Since learning is an active process, students must have freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of action, freedom to bear the results of actions. These are the three great freedoms that constitute personal responsibility. If no freedom is granted, students may have little interest in learning. Okay, that's all my presentation about the nature of teaching and learning. Sorry if I have some mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.